the Biofriendly Podcast. It's the Biofriendly Podcast.
Welcome to the Biofriendly Podcast. Jacob here. We're going to try something a little different this week. We're going to throw all the way back to summer of 2019. This is your Flashback episode. Yes, it's the first year we were making the show, so we've put together a little highlight reel, if you will, of some of those episodes from that summer. So sit back, relax, enjoy our shenanigans, laugh, and maybe learn a thing or two. Enjoy. It is summertime. And it's time to sit by the pool. It is time to go to the beach. It is time to relax and kick back. It's summertime. Exactly. Thanks, Will Smith.
Am I saying it quiet enough that they can still hear you? I'm trying to do background music.
No, you're doing it perfect. It's like nice and subtle.
Summertime. Oh, summertime.
Amazing. We are going to discuss beer. Yeah.
Here we
Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We're gonna have to pay licensing because this is so accurate.
She called me late last night, say she loved me so.
For those of you who don't know,
Whose song is that?
Real Big Fish.
Oh yes, I know.
The song is called Beer.
Yeah, that's right. Real Big Fish.
Everybody should listen to that song in the background.
It's a great. All right, we can't play it for you because we'd have to pay Real Big Fish.
So long as we keep it under 10 seconds.
Yes, we can do an excerpt,
and we use it as a reference to clarify who Real Big Fish are.
Okay.
Then we can get away with it.
All right. Well, then maybe I'll do that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. What we're gonna do is we're clarifying right now for you. Right. See to hear that?
That's the.
We're just clarifying for you that this is Real Big Fish and that you should go purchase their music on iTunes or listen to it on Spotify.
There you go. So, given that song, I found this. There's this article on greenbiz.com, cool site, and the title was "Sip, Sparkle, and Drink: Kellogg's turns cereal waste into beer."
What?
Right? So that's what caught my attention. I was like, what? Kellogg's turned cereal waste into beer. So I got to share this with you.
So a couple of my favorite things have happened at once.
Yeah.
We've actually turned cereal
into beer. I know.
We're going to have beerial?
Everybody who's listening to the podcast at 2 p.m. because they just got out of bed is like, sweet. Best podcast ever. So could Snap, Crackle, and Pop take on a new meaning? Cereal giant Kellogg's has this week unveiled 2 new products that turn its waste cereals into beer. So this was an issue, right? It's like when they're mass producing cereal, they had waste. Right. Discoloration, it's overcooked, whatever they had, the grains and whatnot that would just go into a waste pile and then you're not using it. So like,
because they have quality control when you're talking about Kellogg's because they're actually making every single flake is the same.
Exactly. So the company teamed up with Salford-based brewery Seven Brothers to turn surplus Cocoa Pops into Sling It Stout and excess Rice Krispies into Cast-Off Pale Ale. Isn't that awesome?
That's outstanding.
Yeah, so they turned. So that was what caught my attention and made me think like we got to do one on beer because there's a lot out there right now moving in the direction of like environmentally, like trying to be sustainable and whatnot. And this was a really cool step, I thought. Yeah. Combining the waste of cereal into beer. Isn't that awesome?
Oh my God.
We got to track some of these down because they do look delicious. They've got a throwaway IPA, a Sling It Stout, and a Cast-Off Pale Ale, and they're all made.
What's in throwaway IPA? Did they say?
Let me see. Yeah, it's down here. There's a picture of it, but let's see what the.
It's one of their cereals nobody eats. You know.
No, it was made up.
Kellogg's. You know.
No, it was made from
Dole brand.
If I'm not, it's cornflakes.
Cornflakes.
So it's the throwaway IPA was their first run.
Yeah.
And that was from Kellogg's Cornflakes. And then after that, they did, the Cocoa Pops. And then after that, Pale Ale. Rice Krispies. Rice Krispie treats in a beer.
Rice Krispie treats in a beer.
If you eat marshmallows and drink that beer, it's
like you're back home with your ma.
And you haven't
summertime.
Summertime.
You've had a great day outside running, and she says, "Hey kids, I got some beer for you."
Yes, just like the good old days with mom and the beer.
And then you all get drunk. then you pass out because you're so hammered from all the beer that mom gave you while you're running around. So
everybody's childhood was just like this.
It's the same.
Exactly. So that's what I thought was really cool because I love beer. A lot. It's kind of my thing. I like it of all the beverages, adult beverages. Which, hey, and disclaimer, children, drinking is only for 21 and up and responsibly, and we do it.
Let's define responsibly.
Responsibly is safely. and at home or in a place where you don't have to drive, right? Mm-hmm. That's
even more responsibly.
Yes.
would be to so long as you're raging, but you rage somewhere safe where nobody can hurt you, and you've got an Uber.
Yeah, and you're in a padded room.
Yeah, like that's definitely more responsible than not doing those things.
Right.
But what I was gonna say.
What are you gonna say?
Is if you keep your intake of beer to not so many,
Right.
that you're running through walls.
This is true. This is true.
Because it is, kids, in case you didn't know this, alcohol
It adds
is
up.
actually a poison.
It's actually a poison for your body. That's true.
It'll actually cause you to get all loopy and
Yeah.
funny if you have too much of it. So,
Right. So you got to enjoy responsibly.
just have
Have a couple brews with your bros or your dudes, your gals, and your friends.
Your gals, your friends.
You have a couple, and then you go, you know what? That's plenty. Have a good night.
I've had a good night. I've enjoyed my beers.
Exactly.
Now I'm going to stop enjoying my beers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And so,
Or you just get raging, just slam face.
look, it happens every now and then. Sometimes this week, you know,
It happens every now
and Wednesday.
just every now.
So, but this is, you know, for people, we talked a little bit about the more commercial beers like Budweiser and Miller, but then, you know, I'm fortunate because the craft beer market often really tries to do locally grown hops and ingredients, and they really do try to cater to that. How can we be more sustainable? Because they're producing less quantity and they have the ability to adjust the model a little bit.
Right.
So
that is the advantage of the microbrew trend that has kind of gone throughout America.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and in particularly if you're in a fair sized city, you're going to have usually multiple local microbrews.
Oh yeah.
That the rest of us haven't heard of.
Yeah.
And you should definitely 100%
Try those.
And then
if
let
you
us know.
if you like beer.
Call in. Let us know what.
Yeah, let us know. Well, that's what I do every time I travel. I mean, we touched on this last time. Is when I go travel, one of my favorite things to do is to go to the market or and look as to the ones that are like
What have I
in
never heard of?
that
Yeah.
town.
Yeah.
And it's fun because they've often got really fun, funky names. You know, like I have a game that for creating a brewery. Okay. You know, like the game where you take your street you grew up on, whatever. I have one that I thought of when I was getting up this morning. I think it's your favorite zoo animal.
Okay.
And then before it has to be an adjective that means dirty. And that's so pick an animal. Pick an animal.
Okay. So the koala.
Okay, koala. And then an adjective that means
kind of
dirty.
Musky.
Musky koala. That's your brewery. See? So mine, Scuzzy Panda. Scuzzy Panda.
That's it. That's our brewery.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
Filthy
Animal.
filthy penguin. You just pick a zoo animal.
Penguin.
And then you put something that means dirty, an adjective that means dirty in front of it, and that's your brewery. That's how you come up with a brewery.
Dusty muskrat.
Yes, there you go. Exactly. Because it has to be a zoo animal, because then you have the kind of the access to the animal kingdom. It can't be just, barn. You got to get into the exotics, because then you get
the exotics.
Yeah, you got to get in Grimy Panther. What's your favorite kind of ice cream?
Oh, I'm so boring. I love chocolate. Give me chocolate. Throw some M&Ms on there. So double up the chocolate.
Yeah.
If you have a Kit Kat, sure.
Yeah.
We can make that happen.
Yeah.
We can put that in there.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. I do have a soft spot for that Moose Tracks ice cream.
Yeah. You want to know one of mine, which is I used to get it all the time, but then eventually I was like, this will probably kill me slowly if I keep eating this. I used to love going to Cold Stone, and I used to love getting cake batter.
Cake batter.
Boy, that stuff is rich.
Yeah.
That is like cookie dough to the extreme.
Yeah.
It's literally if you've never had cake batter ice cream, it's pretty wow.
It's pretty great.
It's pretty great.
What did you mix into it?
A brownie.
Brownie?
A brownie.
Wow.
Yeah, cake batter with a mixed-in
Cake batter
brownie.
with brownie?
And then fudge on top of it.
Oh my God! You made birthday cake.
Yeah, I know, exactly.
An ice cream version of birthday cake.
I used to get it often.
And you put it in your mouth.
Uh-huh. And Cold Stone, I loved watching them on the frozen hibachi.
My weird obsession with that was when they were done and they had that little bit of ice cream on and they would scrape it and clean it off of the thing.
Yeah.
Down into their ice cream pit.
Yeah.
I was like, I love watching the cleaning process.
You wanted to
It's
see.
so nice.
I wanted to see what the medley down in the pit of ice cream would be like.
Man.
Like at the end of the day, Cold Stone should have had a thing that collected all that and be like, "Do you want? If you want this, it's for free.
Yeah.
you get to. You can try every single flavor of ice cream that we sold today.
Waste ice cream.
Yeah, waste ice cream.
Yeah.
I do it. That's sustainable.
I mean, we're trying to reduce waste.
Yeah.
And that was milk produced by cows that deserve to have their milk drank.
But there's a lot of cutting edge companies out there. I'm going to give you some right now. So if you're out shopping, you can know like, well, these people are working really hard at this.
Great.
So the first off is called Ample Hills Creamery, and they're out of New York City. So Ample Hills Creamery operates several ice cream shops across New York City. Small Brains Ice Cream is possible. Gosh,
It's possible.
I cannot read
It is the
today.
most possible ice cream place in all of New York.
Possible.
So possible.
I'm so sorry. This is what happens when you don't record a podcast for a little while.
Yeah, well, we have though. We have kept up with this. We just haven't done it, the normal way.
I feel like I'm out of practice.
Yeah.
So it's also available online for anyone to enjoy. Ample Hills.
It is. Ample Hills.
Yes.
So we can go to the amplehills.com, .org, .net,
I don't know.
.tv.
I don't know. Just Google Ample Hills.
Ample Hills.
Their ice cream.
doing research since 1945.
Yeah. Be careful with Googling. But Ample Hills. Unique and playful flavors such as ooey gooey butter cake, which sounds good, and Snap Mallow Pop. They make theirs with sustainably produced hormone-free milk and organic cane sugar. So they create all the mix-ins themselves, from the brownies to the peppermint patties. Literally everything in the ice cream is made by Ample Hills.
That's great.
That's awesome, right?
Yeah. No, that is great.
So New York, or if you're ordering online, Ample Hills.
Ample Hills.
All right, next one. Mackie's of Scotland. Mackie's ice cream. Scotland's been in the news recently because they produce so much energy from their windmills that they powered Scotland twice.
2 times.
That's right.
All of Scotland twice.
That's right.
What did everyone else do when they had twice the power? Did you just they just shoot it into the sky and scream, "I've got it"?
They basically said, look, they set up all these fans. They said, hopefully this fans will power all of Scotland for 1 year. And in 2 weeks, they were like, we did it.
We did it for 2 years. Because we're Scottish.
That's right.
And the rest of you are crap.
That's right. So they were in the news recently for that. So way to go, Scotland. You're not only kicking it with the renewable energy and the wind turbines.
But your ice cream is
Your
bonus.
ice cream, you have a famous one called Mackie's of Scotland.
Mackie's.
M-A-C-K-I-E.
M-A-C-K-I-E. Mackie.
M-A-C-K-I-E.
M-O-U-S-E.
Scottish ice cream. So,
if you haven't got ice cream, go to Scotland and try yourself some Mackie's.
So, according to Maitland Mackie, managing director of Mackie's.
I'm sorry, did you say his name was Maitland McMackey?
It's Maitland, no, in parentheses, in quotation marks, like Maitland Mack.
So it's not McMackey, like M-A-C with a capital M, and then it goes Mackey with another capital M, A-C-K-I-E.
Maitland Mackie.
So his name's McMackey.
Mackie.
Wasn't he part of the Funky Bunch?
I think, yes. Mackie Mack and the Funky Bunch. Energy director of Mackie's. The move to renewable energy made good sense for our business because our consumers have told us that it is important to them to know that their favorite ice cream is made with 100% renewable energy. Mackie's ice cream comes in classic flavors. They go on about the flavors. But anyway, they had.
Wait, just tell me, do they have Neapolitan?
Yes.
Okay.
Neapolitan, of course they do.
I just wanted to
Their
know.
commitment to sustainable production is such that every tub of ice cream they produce is made with renewable energy. Wind energy, to be exact.
Well, they got 2 times too much.
Yes, Mackie's had 2 wind turbines installed at the farm where their ice cream is produced.
Now, how about the cows? Are those sustainable?
They're wearing kilts, and you have to lift the kilt and milk the cow.
Hold on, Missy.
Hold on, no, so sorry.
Pardon me.
Yeah, pardon me, ma. I'm not going to be teaching you how to do laundry. You're going to have to go figure out how to do that on your own. But what I am going to teach you are sustainable ways to do laundry, better ways to be doing it, to be saving energy, saving water, saving the planet. That's what we're here to talk about.
Okay.
So you're not going to get any better at doing laundry. You're going to get better at saving the planet while poorly doing laundry.
Great. This is a good plan.
Yeah. So, I mean, the first tip right out of the gate is try wearing something more than once.
No. Next.
Well, I actually wanted to ask you this. I think we once got into a debate with Derek. I don't...
No.
Huh?
No.
No.
That hasn't happened. No. Tell me the time that we've ever got into a debate. For those of you who
Derek
are...
Ogden, our business partner in the entertainment realms.
Yes.
And co-star.
Yeah.
But he
loved a good argument.
Yes. He's feisty.
He's good at arguing.
He's good at arguing. But no, we were talking about jeans, and I was saying I don't wash my jeans every day. And I thought that was like a normal thing. I wash my jeans, probably like once a week, but I definitely wear my jeans a few times during the week.
Oh, jeans.
Jeans.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, you have to wash them every day. And I was like, no, you don't. I don't think that's the normal way of doing things. So I was curious. Are you a jeans every day, every couple days? I'm like once a week.
Well, here's the thing. My jeans have to be stonewashed.
Oh, stonewashed.
And stonewashing.
The stonewashing rig he has at his house is just...
Stonewashing jeans is a regular... I have to keep doing it every day.
I always wondered what that process was. It sounded so biblical. Like, get the jeans out there and stone them to death.
Stonewash them. I don't know, but it gives them...
Excuse me.
It gives my pants a most fantastic look.
Yeah.
So I am in favor of stonewashed. I have no idea if I've even got stonewashed jeans. I'm lying to you. I have no idea.
No, but back to the honest question. Can you go a couple days without washing it? Like, you don't have to wash your jeans every single time you wear them, right?
Now, again, my policy on clothing wearing and washing has been completely adjusted by my wife to do what is needed by her to survive.
Right.
So everything I wear, she chooses. Everything except for a couple shirts that Owen, my son, and I will go to Kohl's. We'll take our Kohl's cash.
Living large.
And we'll get some kind of crazy, funny shirts.
I love it. I love
That's
Kohl's.
That's the one exception.
Yeah.
But apart from that, I get clothes based on what my wife thinks. And I wear and wash clothes based on what I'm told. So my wife's rule is that I can wear jeans up to 3 times, provided that I don't spill...
Right, you don't
garbage
spill
all of
them, and you're not running races in them, which you shouldn't be anyway.
Right.
But I always air dry my jeans because I think that I like I buy that denim. I buy that denim now that has the stretch in it because I like to have big lunches, and so when you dry that one too many times, it ruins it. It stops having the elasticity in the denim.
Wow.
So yeah.
Well, I mean, if you lose the elasticity in the denim, I lose interest in the jeans.
Right, exactly.
Because
it's got to be form fitting.
Well, for me, I flipped on this. I used to think that loose, light, flowy, like jeans that didn't tug and hold on to everything was all I was about.
That's 90s, baby.
I could not stand the feeling of jeans on my legs. Like that scratchy, jeany feeling on my legs was so bad. And so I thought, I am never going to wear tight jeans, not because I wouldn't look.
I mean, you look smashing in tight jeans. But that's our generation, though. It's like the jeans when we were growing up were baggy.
They were baggy.
That was the look.
And for me, it was great because it was comfortable.
Yeah.
But what I realized over time is that elastic material they put in jeans fixes the scratchy problem.
Yeah.
And so once I realized that, I actually found I preferred the more form-fitting jeans that had the elasticity.
That are little hold you tight.
But I'll tell you what, Jacob, if I lose that elasticity,
they're gone.
I'm out.
They're recycled.
I'm out. I'm throwing them in with the stones that I wash my jeans.
I'm gonna stone my jeans,
and they become part of the process.
No, but so anyway, back to the point of wear it more than once. Try, besides your undergarments and things that you definitely don't want to wear more than once. For a lot of shirts and things that you're wearing, you don't need to take it off after you've worn a shirt for a couple hours out of the day and throw it in the laundry bin. You definitely can re-wear a shirt that you only wore for a couple hours, didn't do a lot pot in it. I understand if you smelled it up and it's all stinky, you want to wash it. But a lot of your clothes, I think that keep in mind as you're going through your week, don't feel like you got to wash it just because you wore it for a short period of time. Like you can probably hang it up, wear it again later. That's a piece of advice.
Okay. I like that idea.
Okay.
I'm in on that. That's good. That's good. Now, if you have problems,
right?
A drinking problem, not like a.
Is this it me again?
Not a drinking problem like Grandpa had.
Like
but a drinking problem like an airplane, where you
pour the drink.
For some reason you drink. And
you're klutzy.
Yeah,
you're saying you're a klutz.
Look, some people out there love ice cream.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with loving ice cream.
Yeah.
We just talked about it last week.
Right.
Some people love pasta.
Yeah.
Some people love ribs.
Yeah.
And all these kinds of, and again, they dig in, or a sandwich,
foods.
They'll have a burger and they'll just dip it all.
Everywhere.
It's obviously organic.
Of course. Of course. These are all
grass-fed.
Sustainable
burger. Yeah. But, or they're having the Impossible Burger that we haven't decided what it'll do to us.
The plant-based one.
And you spillage on yourself constantly.
Uh-huh.
Now, those people can't be expected to rewear their shirts, can they?
No, that's fine. If you got a stain on it, put it in the laundry.
Okay.
What we're directing this at is you okay, let's say, for example, you ran to the store and you threw on a T-shirt and shorts.
Okay.
And you went to the store, you came home, you did a few things, and then you changed out of those.
I got back into my pajamas because I was going to relax that
day. You're going to relax. It's Saturday, so you only wore it to go to the store and back. Those clothes don't need to go in the dirty clothes.
Put them back where you found them.
Exactly.
Use them on Sunday. Again.
Use them on Sunday when you go run out again or you're doing something in the evening. Just try to reduce the amount that you're going through clothes.
Jacob,
that's what we're saying.
Jacob.
What?
That's doable.
What? It's doable.
I could do that, Jacob.
Right? Everybody can do it.
I could really help the environment here.
Yes, you can. Okay. So basically, this policy is being put through for food label regulation of when something expires because it's a huge issue of food waste. Food waste is a massive, massive problem, especially for the United States. We are the global leaders. We are number one in food waste.
How much food are we wasting?
It's staggering.
You
won't want to know this.
Oh, you're going to be staggered.
Okay.
You'll stand up, I'll say this, and you will...
Okay.
Staggering.
I can actually tell you that right now.
If you were...
Americans waste an unfathomable amount of food. In fact, according to a Guardian report released this week, roughly 50% of all produce... I didn't even say that.
All the produce? All of it?
This is why I should have done...
50% of all of it?
This is why I should have done Unique New York before we began.
I should open every podcast with our mouth exercises.
Okay, released this week. Roughly 50% of all produce in the United States is thrown away. Some 60 million tons or 160 billion worth of produce annually. 1/3 of all foodstuffs, it says.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That's frustrating.
That's a lot, right?
It's frustrating when you figure that...
Right, that there's people going hungry.
Starving kids.
Yes, exactly. So Americans waste 150,000 tons of food each day, equal to a pound a person.
Wow.
Yeah. So this is a problem because we as America, this seems to be uniquely to us from what I read, we seem to have an aesthetics problem with our fruits and veggies.
Oh. Completely.
Right?
Completely. That's why you can't find a banana that'll last longer than 12 seconds.
I know. And it's funny because you see like one brown spot on a banana and you're like, oh, this is no good. You know what I mean? Or you will do everything in your power to nowhere go near that banana.
And that very problem has made it so that you can't have a proper banana anymore. We've genetically modified bananas to the point that there's only one banana.
Right.
And so that banana now is got a disease, and there's not enough.
Right.
There's not enough variety in its genetic code that it can fight the disease. So they're just dying.
Right. So what have we done to bananas? We've ruined them.
We've ruined
bananas. We've ruined bananas. No, but this is
Thanks, America.
Thanks, America. You've ruined bananas. No, but this is a problem because there's a lot of places around the world that if you go to the market and you find tomatoes, fruits, apples, whatever, and they've got bruising or they're discolored in certain areas, people are like, yeah, it's fine. No problem. I'll take it home. I'll cut off that area or I'll work around it. I'll use the 98% of this fruit that's completely fine.
Yeah.
But notoriously in the US, they're like, oh no, like I couldn't bear to bring this unsightly thing into my home.
Could you imagine eating a bruise?
Oh,
I just
can't with this. So, right out of the gate,
I don't know why I imagine that rich people do that.
Oh, they do.
Like spoiled uppity people.
I do. Yeah. I believe that you're right. I believe that rich people around the world absolutely go.
That's how they respond to this.
That's one of my goals in life is to be able to get to that I know I've made it.
Yeah.
But it's so right out of the gate we're here to tell you, like, be a little bit more forgiving on your produce, on your fruits and vegetables. Like if you go to the market and you see a little discolored area, or I mean if you see a pretty one, by all means take that. But if you go home and there's a bruise or a dent, it's fine. It's edible.
It's
still
edible.
You can still eat it. Don't waste it. Okay?
Give the fruit a chance, man.
All we are saying is give fruit a chance. The article, which is on popularmechanics.com.
Love that magazine.
Which I wish when I think about Popular Mechanics, I kind of wish that it was already, it's scientific based, but I kind of wish in the middle they had photo shoots of mechanics. And they're like, this is Jeff.
Jeff's in overalls with no shirt.
Yes.
And he's holding on to an electric screwdriver.
Yeah, exactly. And they've got power tools like, this is Lucille.
Yeah.
And it's like, she's got pigtails and she's holding a big wrench. And it's like, these are this month's Popular Mechanics. Like, I feel like there should be centerfolds to the Popular Mechanics.
These are the Popular Mechanics.
These are the most popular mechanics. If you go to Dayton, this is the most popular mechanic.
Yeah.
And every month, and all the mechanics are like, did you hear?
Did you hear? Albert's the Popular Mechanic.
He's the popular mechanic of the month. Yeah. I made it in. Anyway, but I digress, which is what I always do on here.
It should fold open. They should have, have a
centerfold.
centerfold.
100%.
And you should look.
100%.
And they should just be, when someone is like underneath.
Yeah.
Larry is underneath
the
truck
Chevy
that he's working on, and he's just got the wrench, and he's digging in, and
Absolutely.
there's oil on his face. And he'll beat it though. He'll fix it.
And then when you find the garage where you want to fix your car, you show up and you're like, "So have you been doing this long?" And he's like, October 98. And you scan over, and there's this hanging the centerfold of his like Popular Mechanics October 98. I know what I'm doing. Okay. All right, so the article says carbon nanotubes could increase solar efficiency to 80%. That's it. Yeah. So it is, I don't know much about science in general.
I don't know much.
I don't know.
But I wish I could
Is
find
that
out
Aaron
about
Neville?
science.
Is that your Aaron
Yeah,
Neville?
it's my Aaron.
I love it.
It's pretty good, eh?
I love your Aaron
Should we
Neville.
spend the rest of the podcast talking like Aaron Neville?
Carbon nanotubes. Carbon nanotubes could increase solar efficiency to 80%, not by enhancing the solar panels themselves, but by capturing the heat around them.
There it is.
There it is.
There it is.
There it is. So just to kind of read from the top, because they say it better than I would. Perhaps one of the greatest challenges facing solar technology is wasted heat.
Oh, man. They are so inefficient.
Yeah.
This is such good news.
And I'm glad it's not like wasted heat.
Yeah.
Heat that's just wasted.
Wasted heat is opening for Doom Pizza.
For Doom Pizza. This weekend, we're going to go see Doom Pizza with opening band Wasted Heat. So one crucial measure of solar panels is how efficient they are in converting the sun's rays into electricity, obviously. Yeah. That's what a solar panel is. Most people know that. So it's potentially huge news that a team from Rice University has produced a method they could radically improve solar panels. And what they're saying is a lot of it is the heat that it's escaping.
Yeah.
So like the solar panel is absorbing a certain amount of heat, but if you were to turn an infrared, on anything that gets warm, it glows.
Yes.
Because there's heat coming off of it.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
And so the carbon nanotubes in this article, they're basically saying that they're going to capture that. They're going to capture that heat that is escaping. And then that way the solar panel now is 80% more efficient.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So, yeah.
That is terrific because solar technology hasn't had a real big boom.
In a while, it's been a while. Yeah, since the panda, the giant panda that they made out of solar panels in China. That was about the biggest news solar panels have had in a long time.
That was the last good thing for solar panels.
Right. Yeah.
No, it's really great because there is so much energy in the sun. I mean, there's just it's insane. It's insane. Like there's just it's crazy, and the fact that we struggle to capture it and to efficiently use it is pretty frustrating. So it's really great news to hear that there's something being done to improve that technology.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you're able to get solar panels to work a little better and actually absorb more energy and make more electricity, now we're talking about instead of having to have crazy involved batteries on cars, it's more like an alternator on a current car. Like if you've got the solar panels going, they'll keep producing energy that can keep being used instantly. But the reason you can't now is because it's barely in energy. Like the only way it works is by storing it for a very long time. You get a lot of energy, you throw it in there, you keep storing, and then you put it in a battery, and then the battery has enough power to last you for your 230-mile drive.
Right, exactly. But we need to get a way to where we're pulling way more energy from the sun and keeping it, and it should be almost like in so much energy that it's instant. It's like, we're not having to charge something up. It's happening in real time, and we have the reserve. You know, like all the above.
Exactly. Yeah. So a battery for a battery for a solar powered car, or solar powered car. Instead of it being like you are filling up the battery with energy in order to keep it going, the battery is the same as a battery you have in your regular car, which is its purpose is just to get the car started, or to give you a little extra humph, or to just keep the lights on, or whatever else, right?
Yeah. It says they're working to capture the thermal photons, the heat. Thermal photons, cool word of the day. That's the heat. That's what the panels are releasing. Thermal photons are just photons emitted from a hot body.
I saw Hot Body as the Popular Mechanic this last week.
Yes, Hot Body. This month's Popular Mechanic had a hot body.
Dan Higgins.
Dan Higgins.
Yes.
You
of Fargo, North Dakota.
Are August 2019's Popular Mechanic.
He had a body so hot. You'd think he was a solar panel.
Absolutely. That's what they call him in the garage. Yeah? Hey, solar panel.
Solar panel. Get that hot body in here.
Get over here. We hope you enjoyed this flashback episode. We are your beacon of light in a gloomy environment. We'll see you next time.
It's the Biofriendly Podcast. It's the Biofriendly Podcast.